and welcome to yet another episode of Most Clicked. Now, Most Clicked is our weekly show where we take the most clicked item from Kyle's newsletter, all about HE digital marketing. We are live on LinkedIn, YouTube, every Monday, 9 a.m. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm joined, obviously, by Matt and Kyle. And Kyle, what is this week's most clicked item?
So normally we go kind of far out there, like metaverse and stuff like that, don't we? But this is a kind of home topic that everyone really knows about, course pages. And I know it's not the most interesting thing, but this is about Plymouth College of Art. And I went through a phase of being really interested in course pages, but this has rekindled my interest really, because I took a bit of time away from them. But yeah, this is a really great design job, as well as a lot of good UX thinking gone into this. So if you take a look at this, I do highly recommend it. So at the top we've got a nice standard menu to help you navigate around, but also if you just look at how these things are put together, it's just a joy to read it. It kind of encourages you to kind of move through the page. There's lots of white space, but also something that really stood out to me here was this really cool student work tab. And often when you've got your course page set up, there's usually a small sort of sliver area where you feature like a student testimonial, or there's like one example of student work. But this actually expands out that section, and it's just packed full of student work here. If you click on one, you get a bit more detail about it, and it's just really thoughtful. It's really well put together. And you see here, it's just high quality work that's being gathered in one place, and it obviously shares information about the course, but then it's actually got the output, what the course does. It's got the ability to talk to students. It has a lot of thought and time has gone into this. And I spoke to the team recently to see how this was shaped and what this project looked like, and it's really impressive that their team is absolutely tiny, and it's actually a case of a lot of them doubling up on roles and supporting each other. So they don't really have a digital team even. They have a few colleagues who are skilled up in these areas, and they work the best they can to turn these massive projects around. So I don't know what you guys thought. Matt, I'd be interested to hear what you think about this from a design perspective, certainly.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that stands out to me is the use of images, and I think sometimes universities underestimate the value of images, and I just think it's a huge mistake. And in these pages, they're some of the highest ranking pages in university sites, and I think they should be treated that way. And this feels like they have been. There's the level of photography in there is brilliant, and it really begins to tell that story and set the scene and show you some of the kind of lifestyle that you can expect by enrolling on that course. So that definitely stands out to me. And I think, Carl, you talked about the student work as well. That's another thing that I thought was really quite nice about these pages. We often, when we're going through a design process and we're looking at course pages, we'll talk about contextual content, and there's all of the factual stuff. There's the modules and the entry requirements and those things that you've got to have in there, the details that you need to have in there. But universities are selling way more than just the course. It's a lifestyle. It's something that you're going to enroll in, and it's going to become your life for 3-4 years and beyond. So kind of learning from validating that with student work feels like a really nice step to me.
Your point about photography is really well made, because often, because there's usually so many courses at universities, you can be tempted to dip into the stock photography folder that you will have, and you put that image at the top, and it works. But with these, it seems like they've had to shoot for every course.
Yeah.
Now I might be wrong there, but it just feels like the photography has been deliberately selected, curated, even to raise the profile of these programs in the best possible way. And I can't, having worked on course page projects myself in the past, I can't get over how much effort's been put into this. Like
Yeah.
it is a proper project.
And I'm sure they're blessed being an art school. Everything does have
There is
a
that.
visual element to it, which makes it a lot easier to source those images. But it still has to be sourced. It still has to be done. And they've done a really great job of it. And it lifts the page. I know that when we're going through that process, if you're gifted with a load of great visual assets, images, videos, it makes the process of designing pages that are visually pleasing so much easier.
Yeah, I really like with the student work as well, the whole notion of social validation and it not being just what the institute is telling you. They're giving you all of the tools to make up your own mind on the course. So I can only echo what Kyle and what both of you are saying, really, and the sheer amount of work that's clearly gone into that. But as you said, Matt, it absolutely should. The home page isn't the main page. The course page is. It's nice to see good course pages, I think.
The other thing that really stood out to me as well is the staff section on those. This is something that we've been kind of preaching to the institutions that we work with for the last couple of years. There's an out of sector example that we often cite, which is Masterclass. And Masterclass is a kind of series of courses delivered by people like Gordon Ramsay or famous actors and actresses. And they make a big deal out of who is delivering the course. Now, obviously, that makes a lot of sense when you've got celebrities delivering them, but it feels like they're bringing that element of that into these pages, and they're really celebrating the staff that are behind each course. And that stood out to me as well.
You're right on that. I mean, I think in general, if you look at how content marketing is shifting, it's taking into consideration the rise of a creator economy, influencer marketing. You're beginning to see not just regular content marketing programs associated with brands, but people within those brands, highlighting the value of the product they're offering. And I can see that starting to creep into education, with some academics building their own independent career and providing independent courses in their subjects of interest. So it's definitely something to watch.
All right. Well, it's a lovely example there, and I'm looking forward to seeing even more. Hopefully, this year will be the year that people take note of examples like this and really push their own course catalogues forward. But thanks as always, Matt and Kyle. That's all for this week. I look forward to seeing you all next week, Monday, 9 a.m, same place, same time. And don't forget to subscribe and like this video. See you soon.